Good morning and welcome to Live in a Greenhouse on YouTube. If you're new here, this channel is about my journey to design, build, and then live in the first greenhouse enclosed tiny home in the United States. I'm in a transition period between the plumber and the electrician, and the schedule continues to slide due to material delays and tradesman delays. But there are a lot of decisions to be made, so I use this time to lay out the garden beds and ponds and to finalize the material lists and order any materials that have a long lead time. It's also time to make final decisions on the interior and greenhouse decor so I can start acquiring those fixtures. I love building salvage stores for unusual items that I can recycle or upcycle, and Seattle has a couple really good ones. But Seattle is about 80 or 90 miles away, so the night before, I researched their online inventories so I could decide whether there were enough items of interest to make it worth the drive. There were, and so I did. So stay tuned as I check off a bunch of items on the decision list. When I shop the salvage store's online inventory, I make a photo list of things I want to look at. I'm going to make a lot of stops on this trip, so I don't want to forget anything. I'm going to stop at the stone yard where I fell in love with a granite slab last summer. It's going to become the kitchen backsplash, but I haven't actually seen it in a few months, so I stopped in to see if the flooring and cabinet color play nicely or need to be replaced. Another decision due in the near future are the dimensions and finish material for the entertaining area. I have a couple area rugs from my last house that are in storage I haven't seen in a few years. I stopped by to measure them and decide if I want to use either of them. Then onto the tile store. I've already decided on the floor tile, but need to choose the shower wall tile. I did a lot of putting my samples against anything that looked like a possibility. Then loaded a few cartons of tiles into my little car, along with the salvage store finds. The ferry ride home is only about 5 minutes, but it's a high traffic channel. On to the food garden layout. That garden is approximately 700 square feet with the air-to-ground heat exchange pipes already laid north to south at approximately 2 feet and 4 feet below the surface. I've tried a few different layouts over the last year. Here, south is up and we'll get full sun about 6 to 8 months per year and partial sun in the winter as the sun shines through gaps in the trees to the south. There will be good afternoon sun from the northwest all year. Measuring the cart to get the minimum path width. 48 inches is a good bed width when it's accessible from both sides. Then I cut 30 and 48-inch sticks plus a yardstick to make layout a breeze. Starting with a center line from the bedroom door to the greenhouse door, set the main aisle width, then 36-inch beds along the walls. Plus the 30-inch path. And I filled in the remaining space with as many 48-inch beds and 30-inch paths as would fit. Rounding off the corner will make a nice spot for a tall obelisk plant frame. The bridge will cross the pond from the deck outside the shower to the pond's west end. Originally, the idea was for it to go straight across, but the exhaust pipe is in the way, so it'll angle slightly. I mark the bridge with 1x2 held in place with nails into the dirt. Then I mark the pond's edge with a tape spiked in place with nails. And then I mark 24-inch wide planting bed between the main aisle and the pond. Moving around the house's south side, I marked out the concrete pad at the living room door, a planting bed along the wall, and the potting bench. I am located in USDA Zone 8B, but expect the greenhouse to provide Zone 10 conditions. That's the equivalent of Southern California climate. With gas prices the way they are, I use my car instead of my truck whenever I can. After a weekend of shopping, I couldn't wait to see things in place. Taking off the crystals for safekeeping. Putting fixtures and lights in place to check for size. Then trying out the tile samples. And finally reboxing everything and stacking it in a corner until it's ready to install. Next up is figuring out the inline fans, temperature sensors, and logging app for the air-to-ground system. Maybe a little easier to see. Green are the planting beds, tan are wood chip paths, dark blue is an arbor, light blue is water, brown is the bridge, gray is a concrete pad outside the bedroom door, yellow and orange circles are air-to-ground tubes, light green swirl is the obelisk. Nice to see some of my garden survive the mayhem. And there you have it, a couple weeks where no construction happened, but lots of decisions were made and materials arrived. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and come back next time when the electrician starts. Yay! Inch-wide concrete path from the greenhouse door to the house front door. Then, based on the dimensions of the area rug, I moved 2x4s around until I found the right location that left planting space along the greenhouse walls and house, but also a comfortable path between the sitting area and house.